Take down and emotions feel like I never did before. Live shows him spoken reels of the movie I ignored. Blue skies on a broken sea and I'm stuck up on the shore. I never thought you could see me, but you did. All I know is we're here, that they took us somewhere. So what they say we're called falling out of line. They don't know the two of us are colorblind, yeah. All I know is we're here, that they took us somewhere. So what they say we're called falling out of line. They don't know the two of us are colorblind. All I know is we're here, that they took us somewhere. So what they say we're called falling out of line. They don't know the two of us are colorblind, yeah. We could be the enemy, show them how it's done. Yeah, we could find a new identity and tear apart the songs, make it grayscale with a black and white scale. Singing since the sins, believe and burn on the set. We'll take them out. We'll make them up for it and show. Dream nothing else, I'll take the wheel. How we feel, we were made for this. Leave your mountains still and make it real, make it dangerous. Been colorblind for all my life, and they kept painting rainbows. I'm colorblind, it's black and white. It seems it will remain, and you've been colorblind for all your life.
Yo everyone, how y'all doing on this fine Friday where we got nothing? It is funny though, like because in the chat you know there's an option where you can see like an option where you turn on like the timestamp whenever it comes up. Just see like see you guys just say hi all at the same time. Is like this is like some fucking coordinated attack or something. Yeah, how y'all doing? Hopefully y'all doing fine. We don't really have too much endgame help this time around. However, I did check in Discord, and there's someone called Shoyo who might come around to the stream to ask for 1 theater help. So maybe it's just more than just Dipto's clear. So right now we are sitting at only just purely Dipto's just one endgame clear, and I kind of don't really want to do anything else aside from Genshin stuff today. So we'll see how long we can stretch that out. I don't remember if I've done all the minings. What's next? I actually don't know. Hey, like it's like I don't have any particular plans, and even like I'm also not really feeling the mood for variety. Maybe I can check like the Steam stores later on, right? Maybe I can check the Steam stores, and maybe it's time for me to start like something else. I wonder if it's still on sale though. Trailer? Yeah, maybe not today though. Not today though. No, not tonight. Not feeling like it. Yeah, but I don't mind tomorrow. If you have nothing to do, I don't mind tomorrow. But I think I'll probably decide once we look at the Steam store and we see what else we got. Finally built my Sandrone. I mean, you can do it by yourself though, right? You don't really need to waste a redeem for that, you know. Like the Sandrone boss is literally the most brain dead freaking boss ever once you play around the thing. Team into his dummy, you have to let me know what it is. Like what team exactly? If you're asking a Molani team, which funny enough, I actually haven't had the time to do any of the Molani team stuff because I somewhat tried the Maoika vape one with the funny Hexere Mona Secret stuff, but I haven't actually tried the Molani variant, so I don't know how that's gonna go. But supposedly, according to Nico's level of investment, which is a post that I think he posted that image a while ago, he's able to reach 140k, so I can imagine if my level of investment, I think I can probably reach a similar number there. Not on my potato device? No, trust me. Like I have a potato phone too. I can guarantee you can do it just the same. Like just turn on your Yai skill press a bunch of buttons. You don't even have to use burst if you have Chi-Chi without C6. And then, and then you just hold Sandrone's thing. Like, you can just dead-ass brain dead, like, just clear it. Even without her signature weapon or C1 Yai or whatever, you can probably clear it, like, really, really, really fast. How you doing? Yeah, doing alright. Doing alright. Just did a... Actually, no, that's not the final set, isn't it? I just did 3 sets. Not just, but... I did 3 sets of chest workout with some back workouts today, so... There's still 1 more week towards the end of July, so my plan for my own exercise stuff is... I think by the time I get to August, I'm going to up my... Like, I'm only using like 5kg dumbbells, so it isn't really that big. Okay, hold on. The YouTube chat's a bit funky. Okay, let me see if I can make that stupid thing disappear. Hello. Hello, YouTube chat. Hello, Nitro. Welcome. How about a super trash movie? I mean, we'll see. I want to see what we have in the Steam store first. Let's see if there's a super cheap game that I can get. And the thing about pirating is like, it's not that I don't really mind pirating too much, but I have you know, it's just like I just rather just get it from Steam because I'm just kind of too lazy. If Sandrone is Sandrone is built, you can probably get a sub 60-70 seconds on like a not completely like ass device. Eh. Why is he not dead? Come on. There you go. I got no Miko? No, you'll be fine. You just need a... What are the other options that I'm still working on a Sandrone video, but I've been kind of busy doing a bunch of other things, so haven't really got around to messing around with haven't really got around to actually make the visuals. Because the last time I made graphs for my all guide videos, like actual character guide videos, not just like endgame guides, was... I think it was it the Hu Tao guide or something? I don't remember. I believe I use Excel, so I already have all the average DPS numbers. It's just I need to... Like, I think yesterday, or was it 2 days ago, I had to figure out a way to kind of like tabulate like a stack bar chart, like so that it shows the total DPS of the team, but at the same time there's like different colors or different segments to represent the damage contribution of each respective unit. And oh wow, guys, I'm not working today. To no one's surprise, Yai is fucking busted. And after seeing like you guys share all the different league stuff, because bear in mind that I will mention this time and time again, the only reason why I don't look at league stuff is because I just haven't really got out of my way to bother. I don't even watch YouTube anymore. Like the only YouTube I watch is just music. I don't even watch every other people's talks unless it's like, okay, the character's about to come out. Maybe I should go watch someone's video. Like usually I just watch flips, or which I probably should do is I should probably watch Genshin Scientist video to just get a rough idea of like how this stuff works. What exactly do I need to know before I pull for that character and all the general stuff. Is map still S tier and tier 2 without her combo? S tier... If you mean this particular theater, I would say yes. Because the melt combos are so busted that there's only a handful of characters that can take advantage of melt. Granted, most characters are not built for melt, which the only real melt DPS we have is Maoika, Arlecchino, and Ganyu. Actually, no. Maoika, Arlecchino, Gaming, and Ganyu. And note how there's only one cryo DPS and the other 3 are fucking pyro DPS. Yeah, that's kind of fucked up, I know. But still, even without the combo with the melt buffs, I think with enough investment, you can probably hit like 1 billion melt if you optimize your team enough with the right units. Yeah, I know you didn't mention the Steven Seagal movie. Wait, doesn't Steven Seagal have like a, what do you call it again? Doesn't Steven Seagal have like some sort of, isn't he like a martial artist or something like that? I saw the images you shared and I was like, I vaguely remember after seeing his drip that he was kind of like a martial artist. Steven Seagal is such an anomaly. It's like, his acting, it's kind of like the idea of Keanu Reeves, right? Because let's be real, Keanu Reeves is not a good actor. He's just good at being Keanu Reeves. He doesn't act the character. He just makes the character become Keanu Reeves, and people love it for that. He's not necessarily the best actor, but it's because of his reputation, and because of his reputation and his personas in different movies is why people enjoy him. it's like a fake kung fu master. He is a weird one. Yeah, definitely. You know what Steven Seagal feels like? Steven Seagal feels like the guy who learned like some form of martial arts, but he never, but like it was like from a long time ago, and he hasn't practiced it for a very long time, and then now he's walking around wearing the Chongsam, the freaking the Chinese outfit. I forgot what the name is. I don't know if it's Chongsam or because no, Chi Bao is a female. It might be the Chongsam. Just walking around wearing the Chongsam, be like, hey guys, I'm a kung fu guy. Also, I act with the most deadpan face. You cannot take the guy seriously for once, I swear, man. The opponents just fall down, yeah. I skipped Sandrone for Odette. Did I take the right step in skipping her? Sandrone, you can get by without having any sort of stellar conduct stuff, but I would say based on the current way that they're doing things, if you want to play any of the new teams, the stellar teams, and you don't go for Odette, you might be losing a massive portion of your DPS. Like, Sandrone is not a must pull. She is strong, even considering like C0 Yae with no signature weapon. You can reach 100k very comfortably as long as you have like the right units. But if you want to go for any higher, you can still get by without Yae by using her signature. And I'm stuck. Okay. Whereas just break it fast. But yes, if you do want to play the next region's gimmick, which is going to be the stellar reactions, right? Or they call it stellar glimmer, you absolutely need Odette. And given how the leaks that I think our fellow community members have shared in the Discord about how Alyosha is getting brought in the back and shot. But bro got like brought to the back alley and just got shot like not just once, not just twice, but 3 times. And he's not bad, but he's more of like you really don't have Yae. He's your only other option so that your actual stellar DPS can actually do damage. Because like the other main premise why you would want to get Alyosha is because you don't have Yae. And let's be real, I will say this as someone who is still working on a Sandrone guide. What's that thing called again? Beidou isn't that great of an option. Like, Beidou's buff, like, despite the buff is great, it allows you to run much less ER than you need to. And the 200 EM buff does buff Sandrone's, like, any on-field stellar personal damage quite a lot, especially Sandrone. The issue is that if you want to make sure you want to burst every rotation, either you run ER Sands with like Path and 4 Emblem and you just like tap EQ, which I'm going to be honest, that's still kind of cope. So the best thing you want to do is you want to hold skill, and you want to hold her skill all the way, or at least get the perfect parry. And then you get the sacrificial like cooldown thing so that your energy requirements are okay. Because I've tested so many different teams, right? Every time Beidou doesn't trigger Faf upon doing that hold skill, and whenever I do the hold skill, and then I use burst and then I tap again, if she doesn't trigger Faf in that moment, she will have to spend a few additional seconds to burst, right? I mean, technically, I already am going to spend additional time to just hold the skill anyways, but this is in consideration. This is with like 2 to 3 other Faf units. I think I tested with like Diona was also with Faf, Chi-Chi was also with Faf. I think Escoffier was the most like consistent one in triggering Faf, which helped her burst a little bit better, but it's like she's honestly just kind of a co-op option unless you go against like 2 targets. And also doesn't change the fact that all these buffs are great, but her burst still only lasts for 15 seconds. And average Sandrone rotation lasts for about 21 to 24 seconds. I have the data, so you have to trust me on that. Actually, no, it's not that you have to trust me on that. Like, that's just how it is, man. Migu, yes, Migu. But yeah, but I would say like Sandrone right now is not going to be a must pull, but I will say that even if you don't care about meta, right, as long as you play around her stellar conduct reaction, the utility that she provides is pretty decent. Like, especially against the particular, what's the current one again? The current theater against the Aeon Blight Drake and stuff, it's just kind of nice to... It's weird for me to say this, but it's kind of nice to just have Aeon Blight Drake kind of shield someone. It's... It's just the fact that her charge attack can aim much higher than Nouvellette can, and also can trigger it's triggered a projectile which allows you to hit certain weak points. Already makes it much better than whatever Nouvellette was. So like I've been playing Sandrone for a while, doing all the different things. Freaking love her so far. I would argue probably one of my favorite characters right now. Right, more water. Do you think it's time to build Mizuki for the Stellar meta? Mine is C2, by the way. Yeah, go ahead. If you're into that, then you can. According to, I think some of my community also shared a bunch of different calcs done by, is it Vomfi or Meowtius? I think it's one or the other. Let's wait for it again. Mizuki is now a 100k DPS. But the calcs are considering C1 though, so that's one thing you have to keep in mind. But even then, right, a standard character being a 100k DPS, and all you need to do is just farm the new set, or let's see, farm the new support set, farm the new DPS set, and get Odette. Then the rest is actually kind of, it's not bad. If you want to do that, I think in terms of meta, at minimum just get Odette. Like just get Odette first, and then once you get Odette, then you can like level her up and all that stuff, and then you can start farming the new artifact set for both Mizuki and your thing, because she's now going to be the new Stellar Swirl DPS, but this is considering Constellation 1, which, if I remember correctly, I think the new Polaris, the Witch's buff made it so that I think she also gives Reshret. Oh, there it is. So I believe this is the first half, right? Like the first half, what is this? Blah, 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 1100%. So there's this one. Did he combine the word? Oh, no, that didn't. So what is this again? When she's in the skill state, she'll apply an effect for 3 seconds, every 2.5 seconds. When you trigger any swirl reactions based on a Nemo, you get that swirl instance will be buffed based on the flat amount, which is based on Mizuki's Elemental Mastery. This is the base C1. Once you get the buff, she'll get a second attack, which deals a Nemo damage, which also scales off Mizuki's EM. So back then, this part didn't exist. Mizuki C1 literally did like nothing. It does like nothing. Like all theory crafters were like, Mizuki, go for C2 or like C6, then you can do something. Now with the new set, if you do have like C1 or C2, right, especially C1 is the base for the calculations for all the TCs did. She can now be your new Stellar Swirl DPS. Granted, you do have to pull Odette. But the anniversary is in less than 2 months' time, so you can go for a Mizuki copy, or like which can probably give you the C1 or C2 or whatever. I am planning to get her C1 so that eventually she'll be like that super strong Stellar Sword DPS or whatnot. I've always liked the idea of playing Mizuki, but it's just that she doesn't really have anything that's going for her until now. I'm glad Traveler can also use Stellar too. I mean, I think that's the one thing that they do different from Not Cry, and I really like that. Because the issue of Not Cry is that we didn't really have any access to Stellar reactions, and it doesn't help that Aino, or at least the 4-star characters, doesn't give you the ability to trigger... It doesn't give your team the ability to trigger Lunar reactions. So what they do, instead of just making like... Supposedly Alyosha's can be free, but let's not work based on speculation, right? So instead, they did the better thing to do, where they just gave you Cryo Traveler, and Cryo Traveler will allow your team to trigger Stellar reactions. And this is great, because now that means anyone and their mother and grandmother, or whichever you may be, you can just activate Cryo Traveler, bring it to your team, and now you can activate these Stellar reactions and benefit out of it. This is what the Not Cry meta should have been, because I think we can all agree, and this is probably the coldest take. I don't think they should lock new gimmick reactions behind 5-star characters. Like, locking it behind characters, I understand, but locking it behind 5-star characters while simultaneously preventing any previous units from taking advantage of the new stuff is kind of boring. So there's that. Alright, so what else are we doing? Right, I'm just gonna mine all the rocks. Right now, I think I recently brought my Sayu and Diona. Is it Diona? I brought my Sayu and Diona to level 90, and with their talents to like level 9 or something. So I'm currently working towards... Because I swap a bunch of artifacts around, and I think I realized some of my characters doesn't have like fully level up weapons. So I decided to... I'm gonna... Maybe for the next week or so before the live stream, I'm gonna try to max out those 2 weapons. There you go. So yeah, hopefully you guys are doing great. I'm just kind of stalling for a bit because we only have 1 account. Hopefully this show your individual does end up showing up, because otherwise we probably don't really have much to do. And I need to figure out what to do. Yeah. Yeah, what are you guys, what are the prospects looking like? Because the beta right now is already at V4. Chances are they're probably not changing it anytime soon. We are roughly about we are exactly 1 week away from the live stream. So by then they would have to finalize the numbers by now. I haven't really watched any videos yet, so if there's any sort of information that I'm missing, feel free to just like, you know, put it in the chat so that we can discuss about it a bit. Enlighten me, because I'm very ignorant. Does Mizuki have a role as a support for Vesna? I actually haven't heard too much about Vesna. I've heard rumors about Vodyanisa, but not so much about Vesna. I think stuff about after 7.0 is a bit too we have no betas for that right now, so I would rather just discuss on what we already know from the current 7.0 beta rather than just like straight up like 7.1 beta cookies. Although what I did hear that my friend shared to me is there's a rumor that 7.1 they're gonna rerun Luna Charge, but they also revealed the Abyss for 7.1. I think not the Abyss, but I think maybe like what's that thing called again? Like the rumor of the buffs, right? And oftentimes you can tell what banner it is by just looking at the floor 12 buffs. And I saw Luna Charge damage bonus. It's like fuck. Actually, no, that's 7.0. 7.0 is Luna Charge bonus. What I was worried about is there were rumors that Zibai and Linnea is gonna rerun at the same time as I think Vodyanisa whenever she comes out. So that's gonna be a kind of cancer to me. I'm like, shit, I want Zibai and Linnea, but they put them both in one banner. They put them both in one patch alongside the new characters. Shit, I gotta skip someone. I gotta finish my collection. Though to be honest, I'm not even sure. Like I think if I win Odette 50-50, I might be able to attempt both. I can maybe guarantee a Zibai and maybe attempt Linnea. But because the rumor is that Zibai is gonna be like supposed to be one half, like the first half, and then Linnea is supposed to be on the second half. So I'm kind of just like, like it's the only Luna characters I'm missing, and as someone who has every Natlang character, that's like the next closest thing to complete my set is literally just that. Because Mondstadt there's gonna be Albedo. I don't have Albedo and Varka, and Nicole too. So that's already like two separate areas that's already 3 characters. For Sumeru, I believe I'm only missing Alhaitham, but at the same time I'm kind of like for Alhaitham. Liwei, I think is only Baiju. What about Inazuma? Inazuma is Ito, but I don't see myself pulling Ito anytime soon until he actually gets a significant buff. What about Fontaine? Fontaine, I believe, is only Linny. Linny's the only character that I don't have at the moment. But once again, I've played Linny in trial and some people's Linny. He's not... The characters that I don't have are characters, aside from the supports, are the characters that I don't feel very enthusiastic with playing. Like, rather than arguing about... I wouldn't say like their playstyle is boring, but it's also like... I don't vibe. I just don't vibe with their playstyle, you know? Like something like Varka. Like Varka is one thing. Alhaitham, I liked him at first, and then at some point I was like, he's alright, he's alright. I got nothing to say about him, but he's also not like strong enough to make me feel like, oh, I gotta pull for this guy right now. There was a point in time when before Sumeru came out, I told myself I was gonna go pull Alhaitham in Triple Crown, and how the times have changed. And here I am. The only Sumeru character I'm missing is fucking Alhaitham. The guy with actual 6-pack abs. Unlike Mr. Numero Bimbo Ito with fucking noodle arms. He was decent and he fell off. Yeah. I mean, Alhaitham, like, that's the thing, right? Even during the release of the initial meta, Alhaitham was never like the strongest. Because you can tell the state or which characters are meta by looking at the speedrun community and to see what characters are often used to get like faster times or whatnot, right? Alhaitham was never really quite there because a majority of his damage is really just sustained, and he's not like he has a big nuke, right? And also like the issue is you also kind of want to balance the passive that gives you the mirror, because there are certain teams where you want to do a shorter rotation, because if you use the passive to gain another mirror, you will extend your rotation a bit longer and you won't have access to aggravate. And you won't have access to a spread for a certain period of time. So it's kind of like just extending the rotation for no reason. I find myself doing that quite a few times when I did some of my viewer clears with Alhaitham. So it's like, I like the sound effects, I like the appearance of the skill, but in terms of like the actual feeling, is just kind of like okay, He's not bad, but he's also not like good. I wouldn't really call him mediocre either, because he was actually kind of decent when he was released. But to be fair, the Sumeru meta was very stale though. Like, speaking of the whole like thing about power creep, it's not that difficult to power creep Fontaine when it took 2 years for Poyo to actually start being creative, especially when it comes to the power creep. Even I would argue that the Fontaine, like the Fontaine power creep was kind of there. But I think it's something that had to happen eventually, because if every character was good and there was no like, if every character was just like okay and there was one or two like bad or ass characters, that would make the game much less exciting. And as someone who's played the game for almost 6 years now, I can tell you, the Sumeru Hyper Bloom was nice, but the problem is like, I don't understand why they just kept Burgeon like garbage. Like every team was just like Hyper Bloom, Hyper Bloom, Hyper Bloom. There was no reason for you to run Burgeon. It's like, oh my god, they released Toma in a 2.4. They released Toma in Azuma. He sucks. Oh, don't worry, guys. It's gonna be for like Dendro, right? Dendro is gonna be like the last reaction of the 7. And then, oh yeah, it turns out that he can trigger Burgeon. And guess what? They did fucking nothing. They were like, oh look, here's a Hyper Bloom character, here's an Aggravate character, here's a Quicken character, here's everything except Burgeon. And you know the thing about Hyper Bloom is that Hyper Bloom wasn't necessarily much better. It just lowered the... It gave more access to the more casual players to a team that can perform with some of the best teams at the moment, which isn't really much when your other good teams is Ayaka Freeze, which is a fucking 4-cost unit that relies on some a very niche unit aside from Kazuha, and and then Rider National, which National lived for 2 years. Freeze was meta for 2 years. I can tell you that that was not a very fun time. It was a very stale. The meta was very bland. There was nothing going on. Hopefully, I hope Burgeon will eventually be good. True, 100% agree. Thanks for the funny cheer though. Thanks for the funny number. Yeah, but Burgeon is like, I tried Llama. I remember when I watched this Jeff and it was like, oh, Burgeon can actually be good this time. We have Llama. I tested Burgeon in single target. It sucks ass. Fucking 50k DPS with Llama. Bro, I can fucking play baseline Hyper Bloom without Llama and I can get 55k without fucking Llama. Burgeon still sucks. If you say AoE situation, yeah, why should I do that when I have Nilu? Bro, I ran like... I think I ran what? I think I remember testing like a team for Nilu. Oh, that was for the Nefair video. Oh no, that wasn't for the Nefair video. I think I wanted to test a few random teams for Llama. And what's the word for it again? I think is it the Columbina team? I ran like a Llama Nilu Bloom team in against 2 targets. And if I remember correctly, I also run like an on-field EM Kokomi. The performance was quite similar. But I believe the Llama team was like seeing 200k on seeing 180 to 200k on freaking Nilu Bloom is like something special, I tell you. Tiggy is standard. Yeah, Tinari isn't bad. The problem is Tinari is too single target. Like, you know how we have single target and multi-target? Like, I have C2 Tinari. He actually does okay damage. The problem is every bit of content doesn't want just single target. And there's also the problem that, you know, Quicken as a general thing is not that great of a reaction. The multipliers favor characters with a lot of multifaceted, but at the same time, they also balance Quicken around. They balance the characters around Quicken. So a lot of them during the Sumeru era was... They weren't bad, but they were also not really that great, you know? Like, they were scared. Like, during those period, the 2 years, during Inazuma and Sumeru, they were really scared to just like break the balance. They're like trying to not like end up like, they're trying to control the power creep. The problem is they were too afraid. I mean, look at freaking Dea. I was like, oh my god, Dea, oh my god, she's so cool, oh my god, she's standard character. And then she comes out and it's like, wow, this is ass. You need C6 for her to compare it to Hu Tao. And guess what? You can make your Dea meta now. You know what you need? That's right. Freaking Durin, C6 Chevrolet, and official. True and real. Sanzone C0 R1 68 crit rate, 236 crit damage, 2.9k attack, 150 ER. That's very good. That's very good. You can just call it a day and go farm something else. That's much better than mine though. Mine only has like 220 crit damage or something like that. But my 150 ER though, still proud of that. Though I don't think I'll be farming shadows anytime soon, unfortunately. How do I get up here? You know, that's the one thing I really have against Knockdown is like, they put all these fucking rocks and I'm just like, what am I supposed to do with this? Actually, no. No, Chaska can do this. Ah, yes. Chaska propaganda right here, chat. Chaska salesman right here. Oh shit. That's a random. Thanks for the gifted subs. That's so random. Thanks, man. I don't even expect anything out of like Twitch. I'm just streaming here for fun. Ulysses. Oh, Ulysses. At least it's an actual wait. Is it just? Oh, it's actually okay. Ulysses actually does watch the stream. Not very often, but at least it's someone. Like, are we gonna go back on the rant where I say that I hate gifted subs because if you give it to a random person, it's gonna give it to someone who watches stream for like 5 seconds that has never reappeared on the stream again. Truly a very functional website. Yeah, this is gonna be the last region, and then we can probably do some theater stuff. So next week, I think next Friday is gonna be the 31st. So the new theater is gonna be coming out on the 1st of August, which is exactly next Saturday. So for anyone who's watching the stream, regardless of which platform you're from, if you do need any help for theater, do let me know because I'm just kind of looking for something to do at the moment. I don't know. Do I feel like streaming tomorrow? I mean, I probably might stream if there is any endgame help, but if there's nothing, then my IT, no, yours is like after that. Yours is already done, right? Nah, you ain't fooling me with that shit. Next week, yeah, I mean next week that one's not that bad. What are the elements? Actually, good question. You know, we can check right now. We can check right now. Let me see if I can find Nanoka, my favorite new website. It has all the games. How many games does it have? Honkai Star Rail, Genshin Impact, Xenophon Zero, Wuthering Waves, and Neverness to Everness. And they also cover leaks too, so that's pretty freaking good. Okay, Imaginarium Theater. Let's see if I can do this. So this one should be upcoming is Hydro Electrocryo. Okay, that's not bad. Guys, your electrocharge characters are finally useful. Guys. Here, Dire Duck, by the way. Chat. If you know, you know. Here, Dire Duck, by the way. Somebody could increase the counter. Does Sandoni need 3k attack? I've heard 2.4k attack. If you run... It depends on what weapon you have. I think if you're running like Male Flower or any 4-star weapon, you shouldn't see too high of an attack. I think Male Flower, the highest I got without buffs is roughly around 2.4k attack. But if you run her weapon or Gravestone, then reaching the high 2k, 2.7, 2.8, even 3k would be nice. But at the end of the day, you know, just use whatever best weapons you have. He has to say it, yeah. If you want to see something interesting, yeah, sure. I was gonna ask if we look into next season, but Enemy 7 mentions didn't bother. I don't think it's all that much though. I believe it's actually not that. Oh fuck, chat. Knuckle. Dire duck. Clear dire duck. If you know, you know. Okay, let's go look over. This is looking to be a very good one. Oh, look at how cracked those opening characters are, chat. Okay, in no particular order. Yelan, Aino, Flints, Auroron. Ooh, Trial Flints. I want to see Trial Flints. I want to see how good Trial Flints is going to be. Because at minimum, you're already going to be given 2 not cry characters. So you can already run Flints at the bare minimum. This is fucking amazing. Eunice mentioned it 13 times. Yeah, you gotta increase it higher, you know. Gotta increase the counter. You know, chat, you know how they say bullying is bad? Sometimes I do believe it actually can be good sometimes. Child characters being so good is bad for my planning? Yes. The thing is, like, for anyone who doesn't have these characters, right? It's, let me read it again. Yelan, Aino, Flint, Auroron, Skirt, and Layla. This is too good. The issue is... Oh, okay, on the plus side, the Knuckle Duckle is on Act 3, so he's only going to be level 90. The scaling is going to be much less compared to, like, all the way in Act 10, which is fucking BS. Act 10 scaling is, like, quite ridiculous. Like, I don't know if you guys know that. But at the very least, you can probably run Flint's Aino, you get the basic Electro Charge buff, and you can probably clear this guy very easily. But the problem is, I need to check what the other things are. Okay, so special guest stars is Alukino Chevru, so you can run an overloaded team, and Kazuha Tinari. This one's the most random one. I assume this one's probably for... This one is probably for some, like, I don't know, fucking Sino or some shit. Good trial characters are gonna be on 1.0 artifacts. No, okay, so for those who don't know, trial characters have a fixed standard for the stats, right? Like, without any crit weapons, it's 57 crit rate, 110 crit damage with a certain amount of attack percent. And then if they have like crit damage ascension, they probably reach like 150 crit damage or something like that. Bloom with Tinari? Oh yeah, you're right. On field Tinari. Good morning, hey, good morning, Ellen. Yeah, I guess we could probably use Nilo, but actually, no, you can't. No, there are no buffs that favor Nilo there, right? Like, you could use Nilo, but that means you have to on-field Tinari, which just sounds fucking cringe. I'm gonna be honest with you. Tinari is like a quick shot, you know, chat? Like, Tinari is like the guy for Revolver, but he needs to take time to reload. So it's going to be like E, Q, charge, charge, charge. And then you're just sitting there like, okay. Unless you have C6 Tinari though. Well, to be honest, if you have C6 Tinari, you probably have Hunter's Path, or you just... Losing your 50-50 to get C6 Tinari multiple times without being a whale requires a special kind of luck. It requires a special kind of luck to get there. I only have like C2, and one was from the selector, the other one... Yeah, I think one was from the selector. No, both of them were from the selector, I think. One was from the 2 Temple Dice Off, the other one was from the free consolation for Anniversary. Okay, enemies. We have a Grandma. Grandma, bring freeze. You don't really have to bring freeze if you can kill her fast enough, but preferably try to bring freeze and break it. You need to break it? Oh no, you don't need to break it. You just need to constantly apply freeze. We got Funny Ball. Okay, either bring Super Conduct or... What's the other one? Super Conduct? Yeah, I guess it's just Super Conduct. Technically, you could kind of use Tinari, but yeah, I guess you could. There's actually nothing wrong with that. Ah, yes, my favorite enemy, guys. Are you guys ready for the 4th time Perpetual Mechanical Array appears in Act 10 with 4 million HP? My favorite. Oh, you mean you lose to only Tinari after release and got him to C8 before you got a Mona? That, I mean, depends though. Like you... I'm trying to say this from the perspective of like a low spender. If you spend a little bit and you somehow manage to get Tinari, even that's like lucky in its own way. At least it's not Kenki again. True. Are you guys ready for triple Kenki again? Nilo Bloom Stongs be like... Okay, what are the Luna? Ah, yeah, this is easy. Okay, this one's a bit different, right? So, this one... This is a 17 Shadowy Husk, so it's not really all that difficult. Let me see if I can find... Give me a second. Let me just go find... I don't remember the last time they showed up. Give me a moment. Imaginarium Theatre. You guys are getting to see... I mean, technically, I used to share this doc, but nowadays I don't really do it anymore. This is my own personal doc to see, like, all the different information and stuff. When was... Okay, Grandma's last time was at 6.4. That's quite a few patches ago. I think I only started this at 6.4a. Yeah, we haven't seen the ruin enemies in a while. The freaking Shadowy House and all. So that's been quite a long time there. This one is not that bad, I think. This one is a special type. I believe it's not the regular 17 one. I think this one is you have to kill 10 of them and the timer will like go down or something. I was worried Prism Slime would be on the list. Maybe next Stygian, I think. I don't... You know actually what is next Stygian? Okay, so Theater, easy, off-Brayla. Like, come on guys. We got Hydro, Cryo, Electro. Electro Charge sucks ass, but for Luna Charge, it does buff. For Luna Charge, it does buff enough for it to matter. Superconduct is actually not that bad nowadays. Freeze? I think Freeze is actually one of the okay ones. It does... I think it gives you like crit damage or something. Crit damage and a bit of Red Shred. It's been a while since we got Freeze. Alright, what is the testing one? This is the current one. Okay, so the next one is... I think this time. Alright. Is it this one? Oh yeah, new enemy. Wait, is it? Or is it this one? Oh no. Oh... Oh yes, Stellar Reaction Shield. Are you guys ready for Stellar Reaction Shield? Oh, my favorite. Oh, is that an Arlecchino rerun I smell? Bond of Life. Arlecchino rerun. My favorite. Thanks for the follow. Okay, oh my god, guys. Not Daku again. Guys, somebody cleared Dire with Flints. Okay, that's enough of that. So yeah, that's what you're going to be expecting from the next theater. So let's go do all the mining stuff so we can actually do dip those theater real quick. I can use my friend C6 Arlecchino. I mean, to be honest, if you can use any of your whale friends like characters, which the tip that I would usually say for supporting cast whenever you invite a specific character is always try to get a character you don't have. If you don't have enough DPS, try to get a super strong whales character. If you don't have like a very strong support required to enable your DPS, then you can definitely go for a support there. But my recommendation is always just go for a character that you do not have, so that you can at least meet the minimum requirement for the... You can get enough characters in to get the additional Fantasia flowers, which is the maximum. I believe it's 26, 32? 22 to 26? Oh, was that Luna? No. 22, 24 to 28. 28 characters. Yeah, 28 characters. Because Luna mode, I believe, requires a minimum of 24 characters, and you can bring 4 additional to give you Fantasia flowers. And just for context, just to explain this, if you gain those additional like flowers, right? at least minimum 2 additional characters or 26 characters to Luna mode, or whatever difficulty you're at, it provides you that much of a head start, because instead of only being able to start with the basic 160, which only allows you to 2 buffs or upwards of 2 characters, you get 2 extra, you can already have enough left over to get 1 blessing, one reaction buff. If you get 2 more extra characters, you can get exactly 2 blessings and 2 characters, which not only gives you much more options of bringing whatever trash characters that you want to use super early on, it also makes it so that when you start off with like 2 levels of buffs, it's just like, whew. I tell you, some of these reactions, the level 1 buffs is more than enough to make or break. Like for this Superconduct, I think minimum I'll always recommend Superconduct for level 2. Low resistance linkage, I think. And then for Electro Charge, I think minimum level 1. But that's only really for Luna Charge, because it gives like 75% Luna Charge damage bonus, I believe. Or is it 50%? I think it's like a 50% or something, but 50% is quite a lot. It's comparable to the Abyss buff that you get now, which I believe is 75%. So yeah, level up your characters, even if they're useless, just slap on 4 Noblesse, give them Fav and call it a day, and then you only bring them to Act 4 or whatever, like freebie act, so that you can actually like just get the flowers for the buff. Okay, that should be enough ores. I'm gonna do a quick quote check. I have fucking nothing. Okay, great. Wow, I have none. I hecking love that. Look, are you guys ready to watch like these ores disappear overnight? Well, maybe not overnight, but a few days. Because I'm gonna level up 2 Favonius weapons to level 80 from level 40. So that's gonna be like 600 each, 300 each. I can't wait for this number to go half again. And then by the time we reach Naya, it's gonna be a new battle pass weapon, a new craftable weapon. We're gonna be getting, if you're pulling for Odette and Alyosha, which supposedly we're getting Alyosha for free, we're gonna be getting another 2 more characters. What does that mean? That's right, 2 new characters that wants more weapons. Guess what? I don't share my freaking weapon. If I share, Imaginarium Theater don't really mean anything. Okay, that's enough of me yapping. Let's go do Dip Toast here. Let me see if I can grab the details. I believe they have left that behind. Okay. Okay, so I think I do have Dip Toast information. Yes, I do. Assuming all the details are the same, I believe the details hasn't changed at all. What was that second boss? I saw Duck and Fatuigal. It's a new enemy for Snezhnaya. So it's like, I think it's a winged chimeric lion. It's like supposed to be some sort of chimera or something. You know, chimeras, the thing with the head of a lion, the tail of a snake, and the head is also a goat or something. They can spit fire and a poison from the snake tail, that kind of thing. Supposedly, the boss shields a very particular... What is that thing called? The boss shields stellar reactions in general. What the fuck? Oh! What is this? Oh, this is the new... Oh. I was so confused because I've never seen it so empty. I was like, where we at? Bro has not unlocked the TP. It is what it is. Bro is probably busy. It's fine. It's fine. Alright, let's go do it. Don't forget to review. Oh, yeah. You know, before I forget, I need to do that before I genuinely forget, because I was about to forget. Okay, Enka.network, because Akasha doesn't load whenever I stream. Let's see if I can find my thing. Where is that? I do this, and I get the UID. I mean, I've seen the top 20 I've seen, not a top yet. I've seen the number top 20 Mawika, so I don't really know what can face. Yeah, go! AR6, my favorite. Wait, is this for real? Yo, is this for real? Let's go! Wait, is it actually for real though? Hold on. Augers. Okay, so that should be the accurate one. Bros. That is truly something. Why is it so hot today? No? Must be the freaking food fest happening nearby. I should probably take some time to go visit the food fest. Got some really delicious food around there. Has all the TPs but not the statues. I mean, from what I can tell, they probably went in the middle of doing the Archon quest or something, which is probably quite a while. So there's that. Hydrate. Yes, I already hydrated. My favorite character level 70, just not enough main DPS because I don't trust Raiden. Raiden isn't the main DPS. if you don't have C2 Raiden, you should not run Raiden as main DPS. Just run her as like a Hyper Bloom bot, or run her as a 4 Tenacity 5 bot. And if you ask me between the two, you would probably benefit more running Raiden as a 5 Tenacity bot. You can use her like, you trigger Fab, trigger Tenacity, and then use the burst, do like 4-5 hits, like do 5 hits, 5 to 6 hits with her normal attacks, and then swap off. Then you get all the flat energy back. Just slap on as much ER possible. You run like 4 emblem, but you don't give her crit stats. You give her like as much energy recharge as possible, so that she gives you as much like flat energy refund. C2, okay, C2 Raiden is an ass. Like, okay, if you have C2 Raiden, that changes everything. Let me say, I said the funny thing, guys. Oh my god, this changes everything. A Genshin content creator's favorite fucking line. Oh. Why does it have so much ER? Is this Aquila Bennett? All right, I was gonna seppuku myself. I remember this. I ran like
Nice.
I remember this running Aquila Bennett. I nearly seppuku'd myself. Holy shit. C6 is still not on. Oh yes, I very strongly remember this account. Okay, so Beidou is... What about Beidou? Prototype Arcade, at least Constellation 2. She doesn't have the Polaris buff. Okay, yeah, immediately disqualified. If she doesn't have the Polaris buff, it's not worth it. If I don't get the freaking... What the fuck is this thing? Skyward Hub is gone? Bro's got 2 Thundering Pulse and no Skyward Hub. That, like, no Amos Bow? Bro has 3 5-star bows and no Amos Bow? Are we like really coping right now? Okay, that's not. Wow, nice piece. Unfortunately, it will not crit. Please give me a crit rate circlet. Wow, there you go. 27 crit damage, chat. Wow, even better. 24 crit damage of attack percent and ER. Wow. Oh my god. This is like my stat with a crit damage circlet. At least it's not ass though. Fiona should be standard, right? How much ER is this? Sacrificial bow with 130 ER, not forgivable. But yet again, like, I just care about giving her energy recharge. I know bro does not have noblesse. I can tell it deep inside my soul and deep inside my bones, bro does not have noblesse. Any HP piece I can borrow? Any HP piece with ER? Oh, 6.5? 6.5, okay. What about this? What is she using? Absolutely nothing. So that's that. This is why this should not be deleted. Actually, you know, I can sort by their tenacity. Wait, no. They probably don't have time to do the homework. Yeah, no, never mind. Okay, tenacity is out. Nah, fuck that shit. ER HP percent. What else we got? Oh, ER HP percent. Perfect. No bonus, but at least she will burst. Good. I would prefer Faf, but I guess Sackbo is actually kind of okay. So that should be all of those characters. Let's go look at whatever we have. Okay, we got... Okay, yeah, this is easy. Skuk, no, it's Kofiye. Oh my. I guess we could cope with Silali, right? I guess we can cope with Silali. Okay, that's 1 DPS. Oh no, we have blades. Okay, wait. Signature? Jade Spear. C1? C0. Triple Crown? Double Crown. Okay, good enough. How's the stats? Trying to do the math in my head. 83 crit rate. The fuck? Okay. Okay, does bro have anything to work with? I feel like I've touched this account before. Have I? I've 100% touched this account before. Now I've touched a lot of things. I should not say it like that. Oh, that's a Zibai piece. I've definitely... Oh, the fuck? How? Oh, how? Even for flat attack, that is so low. Okay, hold on, chat. We gotta delete something. The UID you sent is incorrect, really? That's not my account. I don't know, it had nothing on there. You can... Okay, I'm gonna refund you the points, and you can try to resend again. Because I simply just copy-pasted what you provided in the redeem. Give me a second, I need to organize a lot of things. I'll reject this, and you can try to send it again, right? Okay, before that, I need to... I see a max roll. Okay, come on. Okay, we got a max roll here, right? Okay, right? Oh, okay. 6.2 crit damage. Fuck, that's not attack percent. Okay, that's 2.7. That's also mineral. One more. Okay, that's that's just not. Is it gonna be better? No, it's not. Nah, bro. Okay, what about this one? I spy with my little eye. It's this little guy. Oh, it's almost perfect without an ER though. Is it better? I mean, technically, it could still roll crit. Actually, no, I can just feed this, right? Yeah, that'd be much easier. Maybe? If it rolls one more time to crit, I think it'd be not bad. That's the wrong button. Whoops. Where is it? Enhance. Crit rate? I mean, the stats are better. Sans. I'm sure bro has a better sans, right? Bro does in fact have a better sans. Okay. Onset, we do not want to change. Actually, no, this one's not that. How's the crit? Can we increase the crit? Okay, we got 61 to 30. I think that's 90 crit rate. That should be good already, right, chat? I think that's good enough already. Okay, Flints will crit. I'll be like fucking PTSD with the freaking 80 crit rate Flints from last time. I want to uninstall. C0 Raiden? That's not a real Raiden. Okay, Yoimiya. DPS, so we got how many DPS? We got 1, 2, 3. I think we have kind of enough DPS here, so we can probably bring some supports. Mizuki's not gonna do anything. Traveler. I'm just gonna put the faith in the fact that these characters are actually leveled. So I'm just gonna cross my fingers over there. We got Chi-Chi right there. We got Deya for the off-field. We got you. This one has to be C6 Sarah. C3 Sarah, uninstall. To be fair, they probably didn't pull in for enough Raiden. Raiden for off-field. I should probably give her 5. I'm too lazy. Puki for off-field. Support. Burst. Support. Key, man. I'm not bringing pitching. X-ray. Oh. Hang Fei? Wait, Yanfei is actually built. Bro has been farming Crimson for ages. Wait, is D-Look actually built? Oh, hold on, chat. Is D-Look actually built? Ah, shit, bro has D-Look built. That's kind of cursed, though. That's kind of cursed. Get out of here, D-Look. Okay, let's see. So we have Skirk. I think if we can get Escoffier, that'd be great. If we do Skirk, no, actually no, we do Skirk, Escoffier, then no, we don't need Escoffier. We can probably run Melt Skirk. So we got Malwika Flints for the reliable one, and then we got Skirk. I think if we get one more DPS or strong support, that'd be great. Varesa Yansan would be great. If I get Inefa, we will guarantee the Flints, but I think Flints is already good enough. Durin Malwika would be interesting. That's an unbuilt. Fuck Durin, get the fuck out of here. Either I get Escoffier or a Varesa. Oh, Nico. Wait, where's my account? Wait, is this? Did he change his name to Rem? No, this is. No, this is not. I don't think this is not Rem, right? No, okay, triple 6. Yeah, I already did. Wait, hold on. Is this Crown? This is actually Rem. Okay, this is not Rem. Rem does not crown Escoffier. Oh wait, no, is that actually Rem? Did he change a nickname? That is a nickname. Hi, Swift. Touch of what? Just now introduces a 4-star sword with crit. I heard about that, yeah, but I don't know too much about the battle pass weapons. 20 CV flower like 40 CV before becoming EXP, yeah. I didn't know you could change nickname. Ram has C1 R1. No, he doesn't have C1 of anyone really. All these characters particularly. But I don't recall him running Sack Jade though. He doesn't have R5. Oh, he does have that one. Because I know Rem runs Ballad in Alpha. So I didn't know you could do that. So this is me. This is definitely me. Sure, I can probably bring my own Varesa. I can bring my Durin. Because we're kind of restricted with the Flint stuff, right? If I bring Escoffier, maybe Skull can actually do something. Or should I bring Sanjoni for the superconducting? Check the details. Rem doesn't have C1 R1. He only has C0. I know that. Well, let me look at the stats. Oh yeah, this is Rem. He has signature, I know that. He has signature, he has a Zeolite, he has Ballad. The Nicole one is a bit sus, but I don't think he really likes X-ray characters that much. Yeah, he uses Wolfang. This is a nickname thing, right? Because I know this is me. Nobody else has this fucking name. Whale. My favorite. Okay, so what do we get? Either I can get my own Veresa, which is a top 9% overloaded. I don't need a Malwika. I should probably check their Malwika. C1 Yaya doesn't really do too much unless I have like Sandrone, right? I could get Sandrone for the safety check DPS. Or I can get Escoffier for Skirk. The real name's available in the bottom left. Really? Oh yeah, you're right. Oh yeah, you're right. This is then. I don't know. What you guys think? Do I get Escoffier or do I get a Sandrone? The problem is I don't think they have Yai, so I feel like getting Sandrone. Oh, there's Migu right there. There's Migu right there. I think all the characters are roughly the same. Oh, a C6 Veresa. But I kind of want to use the Yansan though. If I use Escoffier, maybe Skirk will stand a chance, I think. Yeah, if I use Escoffier, maybe Skirk can stand a chance. Oh, this guy has Symphonis. Maybe I'll get this guy's Symphonis, right? You know what, this is... Enough stalling, let us begin. Alright, let's get this clear out of the way. I'm gonna cross my fingers that we get a Superconduct buff. We do not get a Superconduct buff. Okay, blah 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 blah. Reset. No, it's fine. We can get by this cafe. A documentary for tomorrow? I don't know. I mean, depending on the situation. I'm going to be busy tomorrow, so I'm probably not going out. I mean, I am going out, but I will be home at night. Superconduct, thank you. I don't know. I actually don't mind a movie though. Tomorrow, like I said, tomorrow I don't mind watching a movie. It's just like, if there's nothing to do on stream, then I probably won't even like play Genshin on stream. Probably just gonna go and be like, let's just being chilling and just do whatever, I guess. I do not need any of these buffs. I'll get another character and see if we get level 2 Superconduct. I can get Chi-Chi, I guess. Why not? Yeah, if there's something nice, to watch, that'd be great. It'll be like a movie night. Okay. I'll get level 1 overloaded for the Alucino. We're not running trial Alucino, so I kind of don't want to run Alucino here. Why is this? Freaking sweating, goddamn. Yo, chat. Oh no. Oh shit, I remember this account owner. Emergency funds, chat. No, I don't shame others, but emergency funds. Do I save Sino for later? No, Sino suck. I don't save it for later. I remember the emergency funds. It's been a while since I played. Is this the Ganyu that doesn't want to burst? Oh my god. I forgot this is Hamayumi. Hamayumi, so cringe. You serious? Also, I don't know if it's just me. When I was testing a bunch of Sandrone teams, I noticed that whenever Beidou enters the Radiant state, right, in Stellar Conduct, doing the full whole skill regenerates like a flat portion of energy, which I don't. No, I need to double check. I need to double check because I generally am not sure. Because I've been doing a bunch of tests and I've been taking advantage of it, but does it restore flat energy? Oh, it does! Oh, that's fucking great. Zero self-control that they went to save polls? True. The only form of self-control is putting the money in the safe instead of the bank. Stellar Soul approaching, I'm rebuilding my Mizuki to prepare. Oh, don't worry about. You don't have to worry about rebuilding your Mizuki. Just level up her talents, prepare an R5 weight save, and prepare your resin because you're going to be farming the new artifact set. Her new I think her new best set now, because the way that they're approaching the new stuff, instead of having like a general support DPS set like Night Sky and Silken Moons Will Not Cry, they're gonna have one set per archetype. We have Stellar Conduct with Deep Shadows. There's the new set, I forgot what it's called, for Stellar Swirl. And also the Stellar Support set, which buffs Stellar reactions. You also want to farm that for your new Stellar characters. And then, hey Migu, yeah, perfect. You're perfect timing up. I can probably help you do your endgame later. So, and then, we still haven't heard anything about Rhymegrass. When Rhymegrass comes around, screw your Gilded Dreams. Reboot Memories is still going to be relevant. Screw your Thundering Fury. There's probably going to be a new set for Rhymegrass. When you trigger Super Conduct and Quicken, you gain I don't know, 50 quills that buffs your Quicken, Spread, or Aggravate damage. I joke about it, but it's probably what's gonna happen. I redeem my working day. Will you send it soon? Yeah. So what you need to do is, because okay, here's the thing for anyone redeeming the Welkin thing. Okay, and also one more thing I will say, you can enjoy for the last few months of 2026. I'll let this be for now, but just know that 2027 I'll be changing the way I'll actually give free stuff, because freebies are not meant to be handed out that easily. Okay, so that aside, I can't use Coda Shop to send Welkins because the region that the account is and has to match the region where the payment is being done. The only way that I've been doing this to bypass that is for you to give me your details, your login details, so that I can go log in into the Hoyoverse top-up center, and this is beneficial. I'm also not a salesman for that, by the way, but this will also what's the word for it again? You can also get 8% cashback on the Primogems that you spend for that particular thing. Yeah, I mean, what you can do is you just send me your details, and if it's maybe once I'm done with this stream or something, then I can probably see what I can do. Like, I wanted to approach you guys, but it's like, at some part I was kind of like busy, so I got lazy along the way. DM me the details on Discord? Yeah. Just leave it there. Just leave it there, and I'll try to maybe get it done either today or tomorrow. Probably after the stream. And also, I cannot stream for too late because I have to recycle some stuff tomorrow, which requires me to be awake a little bit early. Okay, I know. So we want an overloaded team, so we're gonna get rid of you. Chi-Chi will be nice for the funny stuff. Yona will be there. Would I still need a Beidou? Beidou, we do need some off-field Electro, so I'll save Beidou for that. I'll bring a random Chong in. Oh no, we still need to trigger Superconduct, right? I guess it doesn't matter. Now we're fine. Do I try Superconduct? Superconduct Sino, let's go! Are you guys ready to be disappointed? They say there's nothing more disappointing than disappointing your parents. I would say that you are wrong. Because Sino is even more disappointing. Oh yeah, I've heard of those movies, yeah. Clockwork Orange at the Cuckoo's Nest is all quiet on the western front. Wait, what? Hold on. One Flew Over Cuckoo's Nest or Clockwork Orange are all quiet on the western front? I don't know. Like, I mean, if you've already watched it, then you can give me the recommendations. If you haven't, then I don't know what to expect, really. Is Odette a must pull? If you want to play the new stuff, yes. I pressed wrong button. Okay, do that. If you want to play the new Stellar stuff, yes, she is. Otherwise, I don't think they're going to casually release like Stellar reaction offers or whatever it's called. There you go. Silence of the Lamb. Oh yeah, Silence of the Lamb. Wall-E? I mean, Silence of the Lamb, I don't remember. 7? I feel like I've heard of it, but maybe not. Wall-E, I did enjoy Wall-E though. I will say Wall-E was pretty fun. Let's see, so we go 1, 2, 3, 4. We want to prepare the flints for later, which means we can probably go for a character right now. Off-field Electro Cookie would be great. Oh, Raiden, you're not Raiden? Raiden not being a burden for once, let's go. All right. Also, I don't know. Do give me a bit. Do let me know if I sound fine because I just added some tweaks to the audio. Because when I was editing the Abyss guide, I noticed that I tinkered around with the settings and I sounded a bit too soft. So hopefully now it's a bit more consistent. I can't tell you the amount of time I've fiddled around with the settings. I'm just getting so triggered every time. I'm just like, why are you not working? Why is it not loud? Why does it keep peaking? Which one did you haven't watched? I've heard about Silence of the Lamb. I'm not sure about 7, so I'll probably have to like Google it a bit. I have watched Wall-E though. Anthony Hopkins Psycho. I've heard about like Silence of the Lamb. I think I have to look at the synopsis because the issue is I don't know if you guys are like me, right? Who don't really watch movies a lot. I'm the kind of person where like I don't watch movies very often, but when I was younger, when we only had like nothing but the TV. Hold on. So do that. I need to focus real quick. Oh my god, right, does damage. That's crazy. There you go. Okay. 7 is go. What's 7 about though? Silence of the Lamb. I know Silence of the Lamb is a horror thing. 7. I don't know what 7's about. So that one you have to key me in for that one. Yunfei might be useful later on, so I don't want to throw her away just yet. I think right now we either need an Inefa would be great. Not Inefa, sorry. What's her name again? Okay, useless characters. You're all kind of useful. Okay, that's concerning. Why are you giving me useful characters? I want to save Alucino for later. I don't want to get buffs right now. Let me see. What other characters can I use? I can use Alucino here and maybe Flames later. Can Alucino clear by herself? Probably not though. No, let's just do this first. They're trying to find a killer who kills based on the 7 deadly sins. That actually sounds awfully familiar. Morgan Freeman and Brad. No, that legit sounds awfully familiar. I vaguely remember it. It wasn't a... Okay, I'm not gonna go to spoiler territory because I'm not even sure if it's gonna be a spoiler. But like... Wasn't like... Throughout the movie, it entails 2 different people, right? I don't remember the protagonists, what gender they were. It goes around 2 different protagonists. Obviously, you guys said trying to find the killer who kills based on the 7 deadly sins. Didn't like every single one of the victim was killed in a way that represents the sin, but they all have like very fascinating like death scenes or something. Not death scenes, I mean like the investigation scenes, like the way the victim is left is in a very unique way that you look at it and you're like, wow, you know, kind of thing. I just forgot what it is though. I vaguely remember this at the corner of my mind. No, actually maybe I don't mind rewatching it, but we'll see what we can do. Maybe I don't mind. I'm not sure. I'm vaguely recalling things, so I have no idea what... great. Okay, hold on. Yo, let's go, guys. Cryo Razor. Cryo Razor. This is not the 60k. This is not the 70k DPS Razor. This is the 10k DPS Razor, my favorite. Oh, hey, Ali. I think I've seen you before. Classic Saw? You know what's funny? I'm not sure if I ever watched Saw. Nah, and in case you think I'm kidding, no, I'm not joking. Saw, like I only hear about it for the memes. I've probably seen snippets of it, but I guess I wasn't really one for horror movies. But at the same time, I think when Saw was airing, I just never really happened to watch it. I think it like because back then all we had was like aerial, like regular TV, right? Just regular like TV stuff. So I don't really think I've ever watched it. I guess we could do that. And if I recall correctly, I think the premise of Saw itself is pretty interesting, right? Because it's about how like they are like the guy, the Jigsaw, right? Jigsaw kidnaps a bunch of what do you call that? A bunch of people, but each of these people has committed a sin or a crime in their own. I think it's a crime, right? A crime in their own way. So he turned it to a game. That's the iconic. I want to play a game. Saw 1 is the best one. It sounds like we got something to watch. Will Razor Chongyun or that be a thing? You should add Cryo Traveler to that. Actually, no. Oh, actually, no. I would say the issue is there's nothing that Razor does that really benefits Stellar Conduct. Because right now, Stellar Conduct still behaves like regular Superconduct, but it behaves like regular Superconduct, but they didn't really do anything to buff physical. I would say that's the only annoying thing about Stellar Conduct right now. They didn't really do anything that makes Stellar Conduct any different. Unless there's some sort of way to trigger Superconduct super fast, I think the actual reaction itself still sucks. I'm pretty sure like Stellar Conduct is just there for like a propaganda or something. It's just they want to take a bad reaction and turn it good, but by making it good, basically they don't want anything to do with the reaction. It's kind of like Chevrolet with Overloaded, you know. Just because Overloaded teams are good doesn't mean Overloaded itself is good. It's just there for like, it's just like a trophy, a trophy wife. It's just there to look good, but you only want the benefits. Okay, that's kind of wild for me to say that shit. It's a these reactions are simply just a trophy wife. They're just there to look good. They don't serve anything beyond that. They're just being used for something else. Okay, give me a companion random. I need a character right now. Ooh, but Scoffia can be saved for later though. I kind of want to melt. I guess I'll get the coffee right now. Let's see if I can get one more character here. Yansan, Chevrolet, Rosaria would be interesting for melt. I kind of want to run an overloaded team with Volcano, so we could probably do that later. And ooh, Hierophant. Hierophant is interesting. New reactions are just a way to launder power creep. Yeah, that's the thing. Hoyo doesn't want to make the reactions good. Honestly, like, if I was Hoyoverse, you know what I would do? I would do two ways. I would make it so that I would do both. Give more variety, release more characters, get more money. Easy as that. I'll make one archetype, like let's say Stellar Conduct, right? I'll make one archetype where it's like, okay, Stellar Conduct. What's the word for it? Stellar Conduct, DPS like Sandrone. Like, doesn't have anything to do with Superconduct, nobody cares about it, but it's basically its own reaction. And then I would do another version where it's Stellar Conduct, but it caters more towards physical. Kind of like the Superconduct Blessing, you know? So like on one end, you have one that is used to enable Stellar Conduct reactions, but on the other end, you still get the same Stellar Conduct stuff, but if you are a physical DPS with your, I don't know, Polaris buff, your Witch's Revelation activated, then you would be able to trigger certain things. Maybe they get some sort of buffs that cater more towards physical itself. So now they can do Cryo, Electro, and Physical. Now Physical gets like a damage bonus or something, so now they become viable. So now that way, you can actually release more archetypes under the same umbrella, being that new special reaction, and it allows them to release more characters, which in turns they can squeeze more profit out of the play. I'm just saying this from realistically thing. I think the issue is that there needs to be some amount of variety to make the game even more fun. I'm kind of looking forward to the new Stellar stuff because at least Cryo Traveler can access it. That's like how I view it. At least Cryo Traveler can use it, can allow everyone and anyone to access Stellar reactions. So I'm kind of okay with that. Oh wow, the Flint is strong enough that he just died already. Yeah, he just died already. That's crazy. Other movies is just mindless violence. Yeah, I heard the later Saul installments isn't really like, it doesn't really have anything too deep going on about it, which makes sense because I know when I think of Saw, right? But whenever I hear people talk about Saw, it's always talking about the older ones, not the newer ones. The old OG ones when everything like it was like super deep or something, and it's like, ah shit, this I'm 5 and this is deep kind of thing going on, you know? Yeah, this is definitely clearing. No, do not do the thing. Oh, we got it. Perfect. The Flint is strong enough. That's great. The whole movie was shot in 18 days. Base. Release a crack movie Shoot in less than a month. Release. Profit. It's just like the fucking 4chan meme. Step 1, release movie. Step 1, release movie. Step 2. No. Step 1, write script. Step 2, shoot movie in less than 18 days. Step 3, release to theaters. Step 4, profit? Question mark? Hello Nico, welcome. Let's see. We don't really care about buffs right now, so let's see if we can get... Ooh, Skirk! I can actually bring Skirk for this one, so I can save some characters for that. They definitely profited. How much did they profit on the first week of opening? Because with how famous it is, I'm sure it's like the millions, you know? But can it clear Dire? True. Let's see. So we can bring Skirk here. I can save Escoffier for the potential melt team. And bring funny Yoimiya stuff. I still need an Ophir Electro, so I need to save you for that. Traveler might actually be quite useful. I kind of don't want to run... Okay, Traveler is actually the least useful character right now. We can probably do something like this. Let's see. So we can do funny melt, funny razor overloaded, and then what the hell that's supposed to be? I should just use Melt Skirk actually. Yeah, I should just do Melt Skirk. I just used the burst here. That's definitely more damage than whatever that's supposed to be. I think we're good. Yeah, we're good. $1 million to make it. 1 million is very cheap. We might not have enough DPS for this. Yeah, hold on. I think we can make it. We can make it. Just gonna get one more Skirk first. Oh my god, this stupid cat. So do that. Do this. And yeah, we got it. We? Oh, we just barely got it. I know it's boy, but... The profit was insane. Low budget. 3 Yoi million damage? Yeah. Okay, do we have actual characters we can use? Ayaka! I can use... Oh yeah, I guess we could probably do some melt team. I don't want to save Maoika for last though. So we can probably use Flints later, which means we need to prepare... I'll bring Fischl here. Fischl's gonna be the good character. We'll save Auroron for the last stuff. Arlecchino should be able to handle this by yourself. Assuming the Chevreau is C6, but something tells me... I got a weird gut feeling that this is not a C6 Chevreau. Ooh, my gut is so accurate. I don't know, but like... I've done enough accounts that... I can kind of tell whether the account has C6 Chevreau or not. The best way to tell is very simple. How many overloaded DPS can... How many main DPS, Pyro and Electro DPS can really take advantage of overloaded? Not a lot. Not a lot. And sometimes you can look at the count of how many Pyro and Electro characters they have that plays around the overloaded reaction. And you can ask yourself, okay, so is this an overloaded? Is this does this guy have a C6 Chevreau? Which is kind of funny that the recurrent Raiden banner doesn't have it, but to be fair, they're trying to focus around a specific thing, so I can understand why. This. On. Just need to focus real quick. There you go. Okay. Thank goodness for signature. Alright. What else are we looking at? What are we preparing for Act 8? I guess we still do have a Skirk, right? But Skirk doesn't really do anything here. Yan-san. Melt Yoimiya? I mean, I guess there is still Ayaka. I can bring the Maoika for security or Shangling. There is Maoika, okay. I can bring one more character. I don't have the melt buffs yet, so... Let's see. Act 7, Wayop. Can I trust Hu Tao? Do I trust Hu Tao to do it, or do I trust the Yanfei? Okay, how good is Bros Yanfei? 999 C6. 4 Crimson with Lost Prayers will always crit compared to Hu Tao. What the hell can Hu Tao do? Hold on. Yeah, what can Hu Tao do? That's a very good question. I guess I could do Melt Yanfei. No, that's kind of cool. Melt Skirk? I vibe with Melt Skirk. Yeah, screw it. Melt Skirk it is. Okay, this one I just gotta throw away some random flint stuff and shipping it. Ororon or Yan-san. Yeah, the reason why I'm not using... I'm saving Ororon for last because we have Yin. Because we have Fischl. Yan-san, I did think about getting it, but it's not a DPS. I mean, we already have that, so... Okay, so we got 2 of these. Yoimiya Melt might actually be a viable thing. Let me check the guys' Yoimiya. Do they have a good Yoimiya? 9... Oh, actually they do have a good Yoimiya. I'm just gonna pretend like I didn't see that. Absolutely gonna pretend like I didn't fucking see that. Okay, we do need some sort of healing. Maoika overloaded, there is Fischl. Yeah, why not? We'll do those 2, and you. This? Oh, the funny rock thing. Yeah, we got it. Yeah, we got it. This flint is cracking up. Although, honestly, I don't feel like it's the flint. The flint is C0, right? Something tells me the Columbina is a bit more invested than I thought. Why is this flint doing so much damage? It's only like, there's no Inefla here. I mean, I don't know. You know, I'm not gonna question it. Okay, so I kind of want to believe in the idea of a melt Yoimiya, but maybe you could do overloaded Yoimiya, right? So if you want to do overloaded Yoimiya, I still need to save some sort of unit. I guess we still have Skirt, so... Skirt Escoffier. You know what? Melt Skirt. I need to start getting the melt buffs. But the game kind of sucks though. So no Shangling. Okay, I love this game. I love this game. Did I ever tell you guys I love this game? Oh my god. No reaction buffs. No melt buffs. No Shangling. All right. Okay. Cool. Thank you. Thank you for being useless. All right. So this one's got the cryo guy, which means I need to bring you and you. We should be daijoubu. At least I like to believe that we are. Do this. Okay, we do have our energy back at least. Maybe I should have brought another DPS like Hu Tao or something. Wait, the Daya actually does damage. Hold up. Hold up. Okay, yeah, fuck this. The Daya does damage. Some damage, not a lot though. I should have gotten the melt buffs. Oh, this would have made it so much easier. Oh my god, I'm so dumb. You know what? I would probably have to bring official. What do I bring though? I can use Maoika to brute force it, but I might save Maoika for later. That's the thing. Ayaka? Ayaka for some actual damage? I guess we could fight for that, yeah. Why not? And now I'll bring Daya for some pyro. Do this. Do that. That's not what I meant to do, but sure. This Ayaka will burst next year. Holy shit. Come on, man. Come on, do something. Fucking do something, please. Have to bring Fischl here. How many electro characters do I have left? If I get Lisa or Roron, maybe it might work. Maybe it might work. Because we can still rewind, right?
Wondering how to make a play all night. Looking your way. Thinking I should ask if you're doing alright. You weren't easy, so hard to ignore. Go up when you're right, as what you're
Okay. We're just here to proc some stuff. Do this. Yeah, we got it. Ayaka is not built. Like you know sometimes when you use some characters and you're just like, why does this character do no damage? I don't even have to look at the build. Like I got like a sixth sense, you know. I have like a sixth sense to tell whether that character is actually built. Oh, I kind of want the Shangling, but I mean, Auroron will trigger. No. We need the Pyro. I think if I don't have the Pyro, I'm kind of screwed. We can do so mono Pyro Maui. That should be good. Like you know, I've played enough accounts where I like just now. You know, you get a gut feeling of what kind of investment that account has. It's like I press EQ on their Ayaka. I know the enemy has 50% resistance, but you have to remember the Escoffier. The guy has 50%, right? 50% resistance. We had Escoffier and the 3 cryo team, so we had 15% rest, right? So 35% rest, 35% rest remaining, which means only 65% of the damage is going through. 65% of Ayaka burst and it didn't do a dent, and I was like, yeah, no. And I'm not even gonna look at it. I don't even want to double check my own statement because I know I'm right. I know I'm right. I'm not even gonna look at it. I guess if I could use Yoimiya melt, I feel like I can probably use Yoimiya melt. I think for this one, we're not gonna run overloaded, but I think we can do some funny pyro team. I think that's definitely something we can do. Is this a Sitlali with Trading Tails? Because I need some way to charge. I think sack frag. Okay, so it doesn't matter then. Do this. I can just do this. Wow. Shangling that doesn't burst. Haven't seen that since for a year now. Yeah, we're good. Holy, this Shangling has less than 200 ER. My goodness. What the hell is that, man? I mean, to be honest, I should have known when the moment the moment I remember that this was a sack frag grenade. Okay, there you go. Yeah. Sub 40 minute, maybe sub 40 minute. I just need Auroron here, then the rest doesn't really matter. Pyro, we do need Pyro for Act 9. We need to start investing in the melt buffs. At least level 2 melt buff, then I can move forward. Okay, so easiest one should be this one. We can slam all the Pyro characters here, so it should be good. I'm not even using Overloaded. It's like I have like that confidence of just like, oh, Chevrolet is there, we're good. And then the moment I see the team, I was like, okay, yeah, we're fucked. The moment I see the team, I was like, yeah, this is not gonna work. Okay, let's see. We don't need any melt buffs. We just need to burn the shit out of that guy. So I think we should be good. Okay, burn. Shangling, it's time for you to do funny stuff. See, I can't even do triple skill. There you go. It's that easy. I love these enemies. The fact that you just play around the mechanics and it's like, yeah, we'll work. That gives ER. Yeah, I remember. I had to do that because they had no ER. The gall of a person running fucking Aquila when you don't even have at least 230 ER. Yeah, you should just not even. You should be revoked of your permission of playing Bennett. If I see Aquila Bennett that has less than 230 ER, you should have your Bennett license revoked. You know what? Have your C1 revoked, have all your constellations revoked. Bennett is gonna go off to the Easy Breeze resort and he's gonna come back once you actually farm him enough Noblesse pieces with at least ER rolls so that he can actually burst. Like, fucking hell, man. Let's see. We still do need the Auroron. I could use Yoimiya instead for Auroron though. So I think what I want to do is Auroron might ruin the melt buff, I think. I want to believe in the idea. I might want to rewind, I think. Yeah, we're not getting the melt buff. We don't have enough. Although this is 1000 Blading Stun, so maybe I don't really need it, right? Let me try first. Worst case, I rewind and I get the level 4 buffs. We get the level 4 melt buff, then we should be good. So we do that. We can do these two, and I bring a Yoimiya for this. To be honest, I don't really need that. I don't really need Escoffier to double stack though. I can just do this. I can just do this, I think. We have a double Cinder, so it should be good. Oh wait, C2, right. My brain not working. Yeah, we're good. To be honest, I'm just kind of delaying this so I can get the burst back. That. And we're done. Only 1 million, chat. Only 1 million melt damage. That could have been 1.5 million. It could have been 1.5 if he had C6 Yansan and a level 4 melt buff, but it's fine. He's fine. We're done. Was not the easiest, but was not the hardest clear. There should be, I think, I remember Ninja actually. You know, I'm not gonna call you Ninja because if I say the word Ninja, I'm gonna think of the other Ninja. The other ninja that plays a particular battle royale builder game. I did think Monkey actually did redeem a flex, right? Let me see if I can load it up while we wait. I did not see what's the highest number, so yeah. Fijian. Let's see. So that one's that. Where's the character flex? Let me see if I can search it. Oh, that's Ali's one. Oh no, that wasn't. That was Ali's one. That was a different person. I thought Ninja re-redeemed. The monkey read. The ninja that was supposed to have blue hair. True. All right, we get to pick. So this one is a Flint's one. I'll just get it ready. I'll look at it later. And we have a 1 Stygian redeem. Should be time for my character flex. Yeah. Flag ninja, yo. I mean, I know they meant ninja monkey. They mean like the balloons ninja monkey, but you know. Yeah. So, that's all the 12 stars. Individual Dipto isn't here, so we're just gonna pick the Arcanum on their behalf. Shit. Oh, actually, they're both kind of cool. But I think the problem with the Hierophant is this is like the generic Favonius nuns, you know? The Favonius sister. These are nuns. These two are nuns. These are the sisters. If it was like Barbara or something, or like some non-existent fictional Favonius sister that was like super cool looking with blonde hair, I probably would have gotten that. But the Empress, people want the Empress. The Emperor is one thing, but the Empress is like a whole other thing. There you go. So that was a sub 40-minute clear. Now the question is, do I claim the rewards? Okay, let's go check the Primo Gem Reserve. Ninja also means, oh, interesting. Oh, okay, that's interesting. More you know. Okay, let's go check. What is self-esteem? Okay, there is nothing. Okay. We are exposing. Don't worry, you're not gonna know the UID, but you know who they are. Okay, they got Sid Lali from... Oh, I think bro has not played the game in a while. Forget about self-control. This is like... The best self-control is not playing the game, am I right, chat? Wait, no. When was this? Was this last patch? Was this previously? Okay, so they use all their pulls there. Do I claim the rewards? No, actually, I'll claim the rewards. Like and they don't even have... Do they have the debut performance? No, I already claimed that. Nah, I'm gonna claim it. Screw you. Actually, I don't think it's self-control. I think they just haven't bothered to claim it. I could be thinking of another person though. I don't know. Screw your self-control. The only self-control you need is in your heart. Okay, so the only other redeem... Oh, now before I forget. Let's see. I'm gonna log into... Which one is it? Actually, no. I'll just use the just shouting screen. So this one... Is this on? No, that's not quite on. Oh, this is the other one. It's been a while since I've done the attack. Okay, so Ali's flimsy poo. Don't question your wife choices because you're one of them. That's spoken like a true wife, I can tell. I'm a single man, so I can tell. Okay, level 100 C6 Flints. We got okay, C6 R1 4-piece. C6 R1 4-piece, the generic stuff. We got a almost triple crown. Almost triple crown. Unless you're broke or something, you should triple crown. You know, if you're going this far, I'm sure you have resources to triple crown. Come on, man. Come on, man. 71 to oh, that's a 100 crit build. Ooh, oh, that's nice. I like that. So what do we got? Very nice, perfect piece. We got some. How much ER do you have? 120. Oh, it's not 0 ER. Holy, unlike a certain under individual whose name I shall not mention. That at least you have ER. It's not 0, which is a very big compliment because I've seen. Well, I mean, not everyone's Flints is like that, but I think it's because of that one. The one who shall not be named. Their ER is non-existent, and most of the characters in the account just have 0 fucking ER, and as the ER inspector, I take great offense to that. Okay, so we got how many rows is that? This is 1, 2, 3, and then this is 4, 5, right? So you got a 4 line right there with ER. This is also a perfect piece because EM doesn't really do anything. A bit unfortunate here that you don't have any attack percent. ER, I guess it doesn't matter at this point because you have both C1 and R1. So yeah, there it is. So aside from the skill cooldown, whenever you trigger Luna charge reactions, he restores 8 flat energy. You combine that with Bloodsoaked Ruins, which restores another 12. His burst cost is how much? Is it a 60, right? But the special burst is only 30. So that means if you combine... What is the cooldown for this? Is it once every rotation? It is once every rotation. So basically, even if you have no energy, you will have 20 at minimum. And if you run like your Inefa... Let's say like your Columbina has... Your Columbina probably doesn't run Fab, it's probably will, right? Yeah. But you probably have some sort of way to restore energy. But by the time you get to this point, I don't think energy is a problem. But at least you have more than 0 ER. That's already a compliment. 14.8, this is crit rate, right? So crit rate 25.6, 25.6, 40.4 CV with a bit of EM. Unfortunate that there's no attack percent here, but it is what it is. 30 crit damage, you'd like to see it. Love to see it. 38 with EM, yeah, this is attack percent, that makes sense. No ER, but it is what it is. It's pretty good. This piece I salute. This piece I salute. Because if you did not have this ER, I would literally shame you even if you are C6. Yet again, I don't play C6, so I don't know how much the ER requirements is, but you know, at some point when you have this much investment, having a bit of ER is still kind of a nice safety net, you know. The circlet is actually almost quite nice. It's funny actually. All your other pieces are great, but the circlet is good. 14 crit, 15 crit rate is great. Like that's a very high roll, but the other stats it's a bit sad. But this is the off piece though, so if you ever get a 4 line with attack percent ER or something, I'm sure you can probably like replace this anytime there. I'm saving Mora for that. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. If you have this many like characters, oh yeah, you'll be using your accounts. Yeah, I can tell. It's fair because Flynn's I think, is it C4? It's C2, right? C2, it doesn't scale off his normal attack, so it doesn't really matter too much. Now this Flynn's can clear Dire 100%. This Flynn's can probably go for the 182nd clear. 100%. You can't 0 ER with Sigyn, it just doesn't work there even with Fab support. So look at that, chat! Finally, a whale that can tell me that I'm right. Build your fucking ER. I don't care if you have three Fab users in your team. Get energy recut each goddamn those goddamn bozos. Not you guys, but there are certain people. There are certain players that do that. That's great. There you go. Now I have the validation of an actual whale that tells you should build your ER even with Fab against Sigyn. I should expect to see the same for everybody else. Don't worry. I know which people actually build ER. I know the ones that don't. The nice thing about not being a big streamer is I can cherry pick. So, what do I rate these Flints? I would say, obviously I can't exactly say 10 out of 10, right? But I don't know if this is like top 1%. You have how much CV do you have actually? So this is the crit rate and crit damage, right? So this one is discounting the 62, right? Yeah, this is discounting the 62. So if we do the calculation, that's about 44, 88, 88 minus 0.2, 88 plus 88, 176. Oh, hold on, let me do the math. 176.4, 176 plus 62, 200 and... No. Okay, hold on. 176 plus 62, 238.6 CV? 238.6 CV. Almost 240 CV. By Flynn standards, you do have very high, like a few ER rolls, which actually puts you a bit ahead. And some attack percent rolls too. So maybe top 2%? I feel like this can reach top 1%, but top one, like beyond top 1%, we don't talk about that range. There's only a handful of people that goes beyond like the top 1,000. I'll be back in a bit.
Music is my therapy, dancing is my medicine. Listen every part of me, I'm free from what I'm living in. Music is my therapy, dancing is my medicine. Listen every part of me. So don't tell me you want me, just because you're lonely, just because you saw me at the party. Bring my homies, we can take it slowly, we can take it slow. Don't tell me you want me, just because you're lonely, just because you saw me at the party. Bring my homies, we can take it slowly, we can take it slow. Because deep once again, my heart is waking. It
ちょっと待ってください。 Oh, wait.
all the time.
Okay. Akasha should be here. I want to bet top 1%, but the edge of top 1%. Is it the edge? Yeah, the edge of top 1%. I was right. Hey, Fat Cat, you are blocking the chat. The edge of 1%, what does Akasha think? You are still a 1 ER roll off. That's crazy. Forgot to send welcomes this week. No, I do remember, but... Okay, Sentai, I haven't given you the welcomes before. I don't know who you are in Discord. I'll explain it again. For anyone who has redeemed the welcomes, 2026 is your year, because 2027 it will have some massive changes to that, because good things can't last forever. Second thing is, Koda Shop doesn't work, because the payment method that I use has to be in the same region. So unless you're a fellow Malaysian, which I can count those with one hand, how many Malaysians I actually met, I have to, you need to send me your login details, and I have to settle it. I can settle it after the stream. Okay, what does Akasha think? What does Akasha think you need? They want you to get more crit damage rolls. Okay, yeah, that's basically asking for the impossible. You know what, screw Akasha, you got top 1%, you're good. You got top 1%, I think you're good. Ali, great. Great Flints, obviously top 1%. But I just appreciate the validation that you have given me as someone who is a whale to tell people that they should build ER even if you have multiple FAF users. That's all the validation I need. So now I have a bullet. I have a weapon I can use against people who don't build ER and use Favonius as an excuse. So thank you for that. Great Flints, great Flints. Wait, if you're okay, also if you're saving Mora for Odette, I assume do you resin refresh? I'm actually quite curious because I something tells me you're the kind of whale where you spend for the pulls, but not so much for the refresh itself. Because I know the whales, the Leviathan, let's call them the Leviathans. The Leviathans actually do a bit of both. And that's why resources isn't really that big of a problem. So it's easy for them to just level up a bunch of characters. Okay, who is the next claim? This is Tavi. Okay, Tavi, I think your name is still the same, right? Here it is. Okay, so I think your details are still the same. Hopefully it's still the same. If it is different, then do delete the old one because I don't know, like... Because if you did change your credentials, then we have to update it. Oh yeah, you definitely have to delete the old one. Oh, is it different? Oh, it is different. I am Leviathan. Just have you DM me before? Because you have to DM me and you have to send me your login details because I cannot provide what's the word for it? What region is this? Is NA, right? Yeah. I cannot give the Welkins if you are non-Malaysian because the payment method that I use and the new restriction for that's been around for a few months is that you cannot use the payment method that is different than the accounts region. But at least that's the way that I use. I think maybe if you use cards, maybe if you use like a debit card or credit card, it could be a bit different, but I don't use cards. Yeah. Just send me the details. I'll get it settled after the stream. And I will send you a message. I just needed to log into the Hoyoverse top-up center. So now you will be eligible to redeem the, what do you call it again? You will be eligible for the 8% cashback provided by... What's that thing called again? Provided by the game. So this one was a Stygian clear with Sandrone. I think we can finish this in like a few seconds or something. Turn on playlist. The question is, do I want to use my playlist or do I use your playlist? Because like, what I can do is I can turn on my good old days playlist and we can listen to a bunch of like good old days stuff. Thanks, I just did. Yeah. Because what I'll do is I'm too lazy to log into the game at the same time, so I'll probably log in via incognito to the top-up center. And once that happens, I'll just like send you an image. Although usually I try to log into the game at the same time too, so that I can double check that the Welkins is actually received. So I can send you like a screenshot or something. Let's see. No, Beidou. Oh, Beidou. Do we even care? No, let's not use... Oh, wait, Fischl's already used? Oh, you already have Fischl. Okay. If you already have Fischl, then we don't need anyone else. We can just use these two and we're good. Yeah. I'll turn on my own playlist. Because I think because Angel, your playlist only has like 100 songs. So eventually it's gonna run out. You know? I don't resin refresh? Yeah, I knew it. Because you wouldn't have to worry, like that Flints would have a crown normal attack if you resin refresh. I could just tell. I could tell deep in my bones. Okay, give me 1 second. I just need to figure out how do I want to do this. I think Fischl, we're not going to care too much about our damage. Is this not 0 ER Fischl? Okay, it's 115, so I'll cut you a bit of slack there. Okay, so Yelan is not being used anywhere, right? So we can probably use a funny fat Fischl to make sure she bursts. Skill, into skill, normal attack. Is this with Tenacity Chi-Chi? Tenacity Chi-Chi, Kagotsurube, C1. Okay, that has enough energy, that's good enough. Buffs are activated, the Scofia is Taijobu. I'm gonna double check the Sandrone stat 60, 180. This is a non-R1, that's a gravestone weapon. It reminds me of my old build, but I think my build's a bit worse. 0 ER, but that should be fine. It should clear though, so I don't think that's that big of an issue. Alright, let's get these done. Even if it's NA, I think we can get a sub 70 second clear. Well, no, yeah, maybe sub 70 seconds. Should be more than good enough. Even with Faf, we couldn't burst. Holy. I think this is an 80 second clear. That was awkward. It's a slight delay because of the ping. It's funny how it has 68 crit rate and I saw one crit didn't hit. 80-second, I guess, is okay. And there you go. 90 seconds? Okay, never mind. It's a bit shorter than I expected. 90, 102, 106. I'm gonna need this to keep some track record. Give me a moment. 6.7 is... Let's see if I can do that. What was this again? So that's Fearless. 8 accounts. Okay, there you go. So that one's done. What was that again? Okay, I do see that. Hey! What do we do now? ER is King Stygian if you don't want to play overworld, but you can get away with 0 ER, but in Stygian is a nightmare. Yeah, that sounds about right. Disturbance Outbreak is already ended, but at least you got the nice little feathers. So yeah, there you go, Sawi. That one should be very straightforward. Now we actually generally have nothing. Like, what do? There are no endgame stuff. I do not feel like watching a trailer today. Did we just check out like the leak videos and stuff? End stream, yeah. No, I think I'll just watch that off stream. Actually, you know what? Yeah, I can. I'll do some Traveler's Tales. I still haven't done the Sandrone Tea Party, but I don't want to spoil you guys, so I'll do the Tea Party off stream. We'll do 2 regular Traveler's Tales, and once that one's done, then I don't know. Well, once it's done, it's done. Messiahs did redeem the Stygian, but I'm pretty sure it's the same Stygian clear, so I'm kind of like indifferent to that. Well, very, very indifferent. Let's see. I stepped the right place, right time. How cooked am I? I'm planning to pull Odette for Rise. I realize my Beidou's only C5. There's no Beidou constellations, right? I don't think there is. Reaction time? What would we even watch though? Like, well, what would be even watched? I don't want to watch a 1-hour video. I will say that though. I'm not watching a 1-hour video. And when I say 1-hour video, I'm specifically mean documentaries. So. Prison, yeah, that one. I guess that one would be a bit okay, right? That one I don't mind. Maybe just one video depending on how long it is, because I want to settle the Welkin stuff, and I need to wake up early tomorrow. I guess before I forget, I'm going to go do. Did I do the Traveler's Tales yet? The Wind Fontaine. There it is. Let's do the Kaching one first. Is Columbina, Hatham, Loma, Cookie a good team, or should I pull for? The thing is, you kind of don't want to put Columbina on that team though. Should I wait for Zibai since I have Linnea? Oh, you're trying to pull for Columbina? I mean, if you don't have enough fair, then there's no reason for you to go for like Columbina. Not saying Columbina is bad. She's great if you have any other Luna teams, if you want to upgrade the thing. But if you're running Hatham as your Dendro DPS, because the thing with Loma that I learned, right? So this particular passive, which one is this? The Nascent Gleam passive, which gives all bloom like 15 crit rate and like 100 crit damage. This one doesn't activate when you get Ascendant Gleam. So if you're running Ascendant Gleam and you run like a Nilo team, right? You actually lose out on crit rate and crit damage. So if you're running any bloom teams, you do not want to run a second Notcry unit with Loma. Which is actually quite good in the sense that you don't need another character, but that also means that if you don't know of this passive, you do not want to run 2 Notcry characters with Loma if you want to run a regular bloom team. So Columbina doesn't do anything there, just slap on like Xingqiu or Yelan or whatever. I don't know, Furina jump scare or something. Pinoy is oh yeah, Philippines. I want the Ascended Gleam effect. But you do know Alhaitham doesn't deal Luna Bloom damage, right? Alhaitham doesn't deal Luna Bloom damage, unless I'm wrong. Like, what? I don't recall, like, I know Alhaitham's strongest team is still with a Hyper Bloom, though. If I'm wrong, because I don't know the cogs when it comes to Alhaitham stuff because I don't actually have Alhaitham. Like, am I wrong or anything? I don't think the Ascendant Gleam effect does anything to Alhaitham itself, unless your main DPS is not Alhaitham, but it wouldn't make sense for you to pull Alhaitham. No, because the Ascendant Gleam effect only buffs Luna Bloom, and Luna Bloom the only characters that deal Luna Bloom damage directly is Loma, Nefair, and Columbina herself. So unless you're trying to run like Columbina on-field DPS, which is a pseudo-viable team, Alhaitham doesn't really benefit from it. Baiju doesn't deal direct Luna Bloom. And even if you trigger the Luna Bloom, it is no different than a regular Bloom though. You don't want the Ascendant Gleam effect if it's with Baiju, I think. Oh, no, not Baiju, sorry. Alhaitham. You just want to run another, I don't know, maybe Yelan or Xingqiu. Yelan or Xingqiu, and then you run Cookie as your Hyper Bloom driver, right? But since you're running double Dendro, you probably want Xingqiu or C2 Yelan. The Ascendant Gleam will be Ascendant. Will ascend. What does that even mean? What does that even mean? Last I checked, this one doesn't stack, as far as I know. Unless, okay, let me double check. I can always look at the Loma guide, right? I could be wrong on this. But even then, I don't really see what Columbina does there though. Nobody, even if you get both, Luna Bloom buff doesn't really benefit anyone. Unless you're running like on-field Columbina then. Let's double check that happen, right? So Ascension 4 passive. Ascension 1. Loma gives different buffs to Bloom reactions depending on the party's moon sign level. Note that these buffs cannot stack with each other and you can only have one at a time. When a party's moon sign is Nascent Gleam or Loma is a Soul Knockout character, she will give 15% crit, blah blah blah, you know, the generic stuff. Which is about 15% increase in Bloom damage, which is decent. The crit rate stacks additively with similar buffs like Nahida's C2, but the crit damage will remain at a flat 100%. This buff does not affect Loma's whole scale Luna Bloom damage. When it's Ascendant Gleam, blah 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 blah, it will increase the crit rate of Luna Bloom by 10 and then crit damage by 20, desirable for Nefair, Columbina, Luna Bloom DPS teams. And it's also a buff for Loma's personal damage, especially with her C6, but it's only notable for that. Yeah, so you can only have one per. Yeah, if you want to run regular Bloom, you want to run solo. So you don't need Columbina there. If you're pulling for Columbina for your Zibai, that's actually good. But not for your Alhaitham. Alhaitham, just run the generic Hyper Bloom team, but you just replace the second Dendro unit with Loma, and that's it. Yeah, we already have the evidence right here. You literally do not want Ascendant Gleam for non-Luna Bloom teams. And even in Nilo Bloom, it's actually better to just not run double, not cry. Unless you run like on-field Columbina. Like you run... Actually, no, on-field Columbina doesn't really work, right? Like on-field Columbina where you run like... No, but Loma kind of wants a double Dendro though. But if... To answer your question, should I pull for Inefa or wait for Zibai? Inefa is not coming around until next patch. That's assuming what... I'm assuming that's what you're going for. You can wait for Zibai because you have Linnea, but Linnea only really benefits you if you have multiple support. You can get Inefa to solidify your Not Cry support team, assuming you're not playing around the new Snitchnaya stuff. On-field Bina... Yeah, no. You don't run like Loma, Luna Bloom... Columbina without Loma. I actually haven't tested my own personal build, but I can imagine the damage is decent enough to actually kind of be pseudo meta. I'm pretty sure the team that I ran with, because I ran like Columbina, Loma, Nefair, not Nefair, sorry, Inefa, and I think one random character like a healer or something. I don't remember. The random cryo character was actually pretty decent against the first half one. It's not the strongest, but it's not the weakest. So to answer your question, you don't need Columbina. And because you don't have Zibai, Columbina doesn't do anything for you. But if you want to go for... If you're going for Columbina, it's much better that you go for Columbina and complete the support set. Because like, Columbina is an upgrade if you have an existing Luna team with an actual Luna DPS. Or you are the other side of the if you are the other type of player where you don't like Luna DPS, but you actually like the supports, so you can run the funny wheelchair not cry team with Columbina, Inefa, and Linnea, which is also a very strong team. I mainly pull for rerun unless I like a character's personality. Most of the time, I do brute force method for this. But because I will say that to address this, Columbina will not benefit your Hatham because you actually don't want two Noctry characters for your Loma Hatham hyperbole team. Second, you can go for Columbina, but if it doesn't benefit anyone else at the moment, and if you don't have any other Luna DPS, then Columbina doesn't really do anything. Obviously, based on what you're saying, based on what you're saying, you definitely don't have Nefer. If you say you want to go for Inefa, I assume you don't have Flynn. It sounds like you have Linnea, but you have no Zibai. Rather than going for Columbina, which is the glue and the crack for all these Luna teams, I think you should actually, if you care about that part, you should complete one Luna archetype first. Or if you have enough pulls, you can just go for all the Luna supports, and that's one full team by yourself. And you don't have to pull for any of the DPS. But I would say like that there's a lot of choices that you can go with there, and it's just a matter of what exactly are you looking for. Oh, you already have Columbina. Okay. If you already have Columbina, you can go for an Efa. But the question is like, have you had any troubles against any particular like Luna shield boss or whatever? Like that's what I'm wondering. Because we have the dog this time around, I assume you probably run some sort of like, I don't know, whatever team that you're running. Because the dog is not going to be easy without any particular Luna teams. And even if you have a non-Luna team, the investment you need to deal with the guy is a little bit annoying. Just a little bit though. You can get Inefa to complete the Not Cry wheelchair team. But I assume you don't have any of the Luna DPS, so that's one option you can do. And if you're even considering going for Inefa, that implies that you probably don't even care too much about the Not Cry stuff. I would say you can go for Inefa if you don't care about Not Cry. If you don't care about the Shishnaya stuff, the new Stellar reaction stuff, then you can probably do whatever you want. But you're underwater. This guy's underwater. God damn. I'm talking to freaking Femine underwater. That's new. Eh. Okay, so how long is this? Where are you? I was talking to a seal. What that? The hell is this? I use Skirk with Skirk Frina, Yulan, and Skirk. Yeah. Then it's a matter of preference, right? But I guess if it was a matter of preference, that you probably wouldn't be asking me. I mean, you can get Inefa to complete the Not Cry support trio, and you should have a very solid Luna team against whatever. Because Columbina Inefa alone with F2P level of investment is already like 90k. Like, I think my particular team, before I got Orbade, which I can probably test again, my Columbina Inefa team with Sucrose and Fischl, so the Hexarray Luna charge. Let's call this the Luna Hex charge or whatever. That was already reaching like 90k. With a bit of investment, you can probably reach 100k for that. If you have Linnea, that team will probably become stronger. You just have to like find a random 4th slot or something. You can go for Zibai if you want Zibai, because Zibai can still survive without Linnea, as was proven from her initial release, and she still can easily reach like a 100k DPS. So having constellations on Iruga would be decent, unless you don't have C6 Irua, then Goro with C6 would be better if I remember correctly. So I think C2 Iruga should be a bit better than C6 Goro. Not by much though. Diver Adotes run belly. Ooh, belly rub. I would belly rub a blubberbish. Ooh, belly rub. Oh, what is this?
そう悲しまないで。またお魚が食べたくてブクブク中。
This is such a weird angle.
不思議な感触だね。リネットの
Lynette has a cat. The cat girl has a cat. What?
不思議な感
That's crazy. Alright, let me put myself. What am I doing? Am I still farming for Mora? Oh no, I'm farming for Sayu. It's one of us. Okay, yeah, I can still farm this for a bit. Okay, I'll leave it at that for the Genshin stream. For YouTube Frogs, there will be no Genshin stream tomorrow. For the Twitch Frogs, I think tomorrow we're just gonna do like some React quests. Though I'm too lazy to turn on the freaking React redemption thing, so it's gonna be like a free of charge rare kind of thing. Although we'll probably prioritize the watching the trailer, if you know what I'm talking about. So yes, that is it for the Genshin content for this week. There's not gonna be much, but next week we're gonna have some theater, so be ready for that. And if you want to pre-order your redeems or pre-book your redeems, you can also go ahead and do that. That's mostly for the Twitch Frogs. YouTube Frogs, I'll see you guys next week for the new theater. Let me just put it like this.
Everybody knows that's a fact. Yeah, I just want my words to impact. Yeah, I just want my words to all last. Yeah, not sorry if I put you on blast. They know just what they see on the